everybody, we are happy to see more new subscribers for our channel. Thank you very much. And we are leaving Friday Harbor. We are at Puget Sound, San Juan Islands. It is September 20th, and we are on our way to beautiful Rosario. The wind was not really strong. There was almost no wind, 1 knot. But we decided to try to raise sails, and nothing happened. We did not move almost, and we actually gave up and decided to motor to Rosario.
We had a little excitement coming into the marina at the Rosario Resort. Anytime you're docking, whether it's a powerboat or a sailboat, it can be among the more stressful situations that you encounter in a boat, and that's particularly true when something unexpected happens, which is what occurred to us as we approached Rosario. As we were coming into the marina in, as you can see, a very narrow and confined entrance, suddenly out of nowhere a very large power boat started backing right up into our path, and we had to do some quick maneuvering to basically try to come to a stop and maneuver out of his way so he could get by and we wouldn't hit one another. But it all worked out. It was a stressful couple of minutes, but you know, they say that boating is 98% boredom and 2% terror, and sometimes that's the truth.
You see the boat on our left. The family on this boat is from Point Roberts, Washington State. I think the location is very interesting. During pandemic, in the beginning especially, they couldn't get anywhere. They couldn't get to Canada, and they could go to the US only by water. And of course, the San Juan Islands area was a perfect location for them to go for a vacation and just get out somewhere. It is actually very interesting how people's habit can change during some disasters. During what happened, during events, what happened in the world. And we docked successfully. And immediately we saw that this place is really, really interesting and really beautiful. We were happy that we came to Rosario.
The marina at Rosario Resort is a small marina. It basically only serves the resort. And the Rosario Resort, which is a very ritzy and high-level resort, one of the neatest places, coolest places in the San Juan Islands, is the former home of Robert Moran, who you're going to hear a lot about in this video. Robert Moran's home is now Rosario Resort, which is a hotel including a fancy restaurant that was closed when we were there and a more casual restaurant which was open. The resort was functioning. About half of the resort was open. About half of it was closed, but the resort was functioning, and it was still, as always, a beautiful, interesting, and really pleasant place to be.
Actually, this building includes not only the restaurant, there is a little shop, like a souvenir shop. I think it is this. And do you remember when we were in Andorra, I told you that we have a habit to get some Christmas ornaments for our Christmas tree. And here we saw Christmas ornaments as well, and actually we bought this one. And I think only this is the only place where you can buy some food.
Look, they have probably your soda.
And some drink.
Too much of ice cream.
And even ice cream. Not a lot of ice cream, but some. You can buy it. And of course, like I said, souvenirs and t-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
I love this.
And Ben, I think, bought this one with Rosario.
$24.
How much?
24.
24.
And we will buy the.
And we noticed two interesting houses, two identical houses. We were curious about what is the story behind this, and later you will hear the very interesting story why they are identical. But at first, let's go to Robert Moran house. It is a huge house, big, relatively big, on the water, on the shore, near the water. Now it is the museum in honor of Robert Moran. There is a restaurant. I think it was closed when we went there, or you have to wait sometimes. Anyway, it was closed when we went there. But if you go in the basement, there is another gift shop, very interesting gift shop, and you can see there is the boutique, spa reception, fitness center, and pools. And there is a pool. And what Ben said, that it is Robert Moran family original pool. Beautiful.
Inside the Moran house, in one of the rooms, is the preserved Moran vault, where he kept his valuables during the period of time that he actually lived there, and it's still preserved, and you can see it today. These old style vaults are pretty neat looking.
Maybe the money is still there.
Look. This door is a second.
The clerk in the souvenir shop told us the story about the twin houses.
Come here, let me show you.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so the twin houses, those were Robert Moran's brothers' homes. So when the brothers moved up here with their wives, the story was that the wives were in competition with each other, and they each wanted, I want the bigger kitchen, or the bigger this, or the better that. And so the brothers built the homes exactly alike, so the wives couldn't
So the wives would get along.
compete. Yeah, but I've always thought this wife here was the lucky wife that had the better house, right?
Yeah.
So that was the story with the twin houses.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay,
And
That's-
they're privately owned now.
They are.
Yeah.
So that was the Moran family.
That was Robert Moran's, his family. So Yeah, there's a really interesting book. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or not, but and that's the original swimming pool there.
The guy that made all the money said he arrived on the Seattle waterfront. He was born in New York City. He arrived on the Seattle waterfront November 17th, 1875, which means he would have been 18 years old with 10 cents in his pocket. He found work as a deckhand on a boat and then found success as a steamship engineer. Then in 81, he married, and then he saved enough money to bring his mother, 5 younger brothers, and 2 sisters from New York. In 1882, at the age of 25, he quit steamboat engineering and started building boats.
The figurehead here is from one of Robert Moran's clipper ships. It was called the America, and it was one of the type of clipper ships that existed for a short period of time between about 1890 and about 1910 or so. They were very fast sailing ships, and they were replaced very quickly by steam and diesel and the like. But for a brief period of time, they were the fastest ships available, fastest sailing ships available in the world for carrying cargo. And this particular one apparently was very successful and had some very fast voyages to its credit, including from New York to San Francisco and San Francisco to Liverpool. The figurehead, which is the statue of a woman which is attached to the front of a ship, particularly a sailing ship from years past, the figurehead from that ship America has been preserved and is now to be seen at the Rosario Resort.
As I mentioned already, that the house is now the museum in honor of Robert Moran with all original furniture. And behind this house we discovered the great place with spectacular view. What is next? We will continue exploring Rosario. We will show you more interesting places on Orcas Island, and we will tell you why couldn't we anchor at Eagle Harbor on our way home. We will see you very, very soon. Don't forget to subscribe, and we hope you liked our videos.